Yo, you take the next two so I get Amanda Hebos.
You got it. Zubara Tukagov versus Ricardo Ramos. So we already mentioned, but actually both these guys have fought people that are fighting earlier on in this card, which is pretty.
Yeah, they beat those guys.
Yeah, they beat those guys. I'll start with Tukagov, 2-2-1. He lost a split decision in his last time out, but before that, he KO'd Kevin Aguilar. All right. In the first, it was a good fight. It was a solid performance by him, and he needed that win. And before that, he lost a split decision to Lerone Murphy and Renato Moicano. So he's lost 3 split decisions in his last 4 fights.
It was a draw against Lerone Murphy.
It was a draw, split decision draw.
He lost a split decision to Hakeem Dawodu. That was kind of 50-50.
Yeah, the fact that he gets to split decisions so often is worrisome.
Felipe Novari fought to split decision back in 2019. It's like,
very weird. But all those guys, for the most part, are good competition, and he just came up a little short a couple of times. But you could say that was just like bad luck. Oh, bad luck. I lost a couple of split decisions. I had a draw. But if you look a little closer, I think I point the finger at his gas tank. You watch those fights, he slows dramatically as the fight goes on, which is a huge problem. And the weight cut is a huge problem for him. He weighed in 4 pounds over against that fight against Hakeem Dawodu, and he looked piss poor. He looked not good. So both those things going together, that's huge. He's taken on Ricardo Ramos, 3-2, quietly 6-2 in the UFC, losing to Said Nurmagomedov and Lerone Murphy. He's a guy with great grappling, 3 takedowns per fight, 58% accuracy, 73% takedown defense. These guys have very similar games. It's crazy. But overall, I like Ramos. He's got the better stand-up, the better gas tank. I think their grappling is pretty even. It's tough to say who's better at that. But I think Ramos wins the striking exchanges, and I think that's going to be the difference maker in the end of it.
See, I think I see this fight playing out as it plays into Tukagov's hands at the beginning, but as the fight wanes, you see it go more and more and more and more and more into Ramos's favor and he's going to take full control of that by the 3rd round. So I'm actually going to agree with you on that one. I really like Ricardo Ramos. He's young, he's talented. I love these featherweights, man. They're great.
Dude, the division is so stacked. But if we're both agreeing on this one, if we're both agreeing on Ricardo Ramos, that's going to be 2 underdogs in a row. So get it while it's hot. And what's the next one, Dan?
Let's see. It's Albert Duraev and Roman Kopylov.
Nice. It's
I think we switched them by accident, but
okay. Yeah, all good. I'm gonna start with Albert Duraev. He made his Contender Series debut in his last time out. The fight was 100% him. Took the guy down. Basically, 3 significant strikes were landed on the entire fight, and he took the guy down and subbed him with a neck crank. And he looked absolutely stellar, just dominance. It was not fair. He's got a 14-3 record, 5'11", 185 pounds, 75-inch reach, 32 years old. He used to fight out of smaller Russian companies. So the level of competition is kind of sketchy. You look at some of these guys, they have great records. You do a little deep diving, and it's like,
Starks, though, like some of these guys aren't bad.
Oh no, I'm telling you, yeah, some good, but then like you do
look at Kopylov though.
What'd you say?
Look at Kopylov's guys that he fought.
Yeah, it's
that's what I'll say.
Yeah, you might have a point there, but yeah, it's just a little sketchy. It's all these. He did fight at M1 though. That's very competitive. He's going to be taking on Roman Kopylov. 8-1 record, 30 years old, 6 foot, 185, 75-inch reach. Both guys are very similar physically. Lost his last time out to Carl Roberson. And I think since then, Carl Roberson has actually been cut from the UFC, if I'm not mistaken. Is that right, Dan?
Sucks if he did.
Yeah, I think he might have been. He had a couple of And Carl Roberson was actually able to outstrike him, took him down. But
if you're getting stubbed by fucking Carl Roberson, are you a ground wizard? Definitely not, in my opinion.
Yeah, outstruck and then just taken down.
Striker. Kopylov is a striker, but he got
yes, yeah, but also a little bit of combat sambo as well. Both guys being from Russia, similar backgrounds in combat sambo. He's pretty green. Level of competition is not anywhere near that of Duraev's. Not to mention, I keep bringing this up, but I do think this is an important factor in fights. He's had 3 fizzled bouts since his last fight, 2 with him pulling out, 1 from COVID. It's just something that you don't want to see. So I'm actually going to go with Albert Duraev in this one. But this fight's a little weird for me. I don't know if I would place any money down on this fight.
I'll throw this fight in a parlay all day. I got Duraev all day in this fight.
Think so?
Yeah, I think so. I believe in him. You mentioned him not fighting the greatest competition. Kopylov definitely didn't fight the greatest competition either. Duraev, I like the way he fights. He looked absolutely phenomenal in that Contender Series fight. I can't get it out of my fucking mind. Out of all
grappling is
that neck crank just stood out head and shoulders above the rest. I mean, it's not like we're doing a lot of tape work on the main event and Peter Yan and shit, because that shit is just built in all of our heads at this point.
Of course.
But yeah, I'm gonna confidently ride Duraev. I'm gonna back you 100%.
Nice.
Kopylov does have a future, but he is a little green right now. He needs to fight better competition. I don't know what gym he's fighting out of. He needs to find like a pretty big gym, where they have a surplus of talent that he can work with and improve on and get better. So
yeah, we're both gonna agree. We're both gonna go with the decent favorite. He's at a -270 right now in Duraev.